Okay, I'm ventriloquist Larry NOIVA from Tolland, Connecticut. And I have been a ventriloquist for, since 1964. So I've been a ventriloquist for 53 years. Incredible. I can't believe it's been that long. And I basically started by seeing the old Ed Sullivan show on Sunday nights, 8 o'clock. I'm taking myself back quite a few years. Some of you folks out there probably don't even know who I'm talking about, but any old timers out there will remember Ed Sullivan. He had a variety show. All the top comedians were on there. George Carlin, Alan King, Rodney Dangerfield. And he had a lot of ventriloquists on there, and for some strange reason, I was drawn to the ventriloquist. I thought it was pretty neat how they took an inanimated object and brought it to life, and I wanted to learn how to do that. So I went to the library and started reading up on it and studying it, and here I am 53 years later in front of you folks, and I'm going to bring out my first character. He's a lot of fun. He's kind of cranky and he's an old guy, but when I bring him out, he'll tell you how old he is. But he is the most interesting man in the world. And when I say that, here's some of his accomplishments. He's counted to infinity twice, which is unbelievable. He once taught a German shepherd how to bark in Spanish. That's how interesting this guy is. When he's in Rome, Romans do what he does. And on his birthday, presidents take the day off. Let me bring him out for you right now. His name is Sal Manella. Come here, Sal. Come on out here. Hey, Sal, wake up. Come on out here. I'm taking a nap. I know you're taking a nap, but I got to have you come out. We got some folks that want to see you, and you can't sleep all day and then sleep at night. I'm taking a nap. I know you are, but come on out. Come on, let me get you out here. I was taking a nap. I know you were. Let me get you nice and comfy right here. Here we go. How are you? Huh? I said, how are you? I was taking a nap. I know you were taking a nap. Tell everybody how old you are. I can hardly hear you. Well, you just came out of the suitcase. You got to get your ears acclimated to the room. You'll be fine. I can hardly hear you. You just came out of the suitcase. Calm down. Did you take your medication? Yeah. I can hardly hear you, though. Well, you just came out of the suitcase. You'll be fine. Let me check your ear out and see what's going on here. This is your problem, Sal. Huh? You have a suppository in your ear. No way. Yes way. I guess that answer is where my hearing aid is. Hold on a minute. Can you hear me now? Ooh. All right, calm down. I'll see if I can help you with that later. Don't you touch me. All right. Tell everybody how old you are. 92. 92. Should be 94. I was sick for 2 years, but you look pretty good now. Feel okay. And how long you been married? 63 years. That's good. What was the happiest day of your life? That would have been 64 years ago. Can you give everybody a nice little smile? Give them a nice little smile. There you go. Very good. Now, what do you like to do when you wake up? What is a typical day for Sal Manella? I wake up, I watch TV, and then I fall asleep watching TV. And what do you watch? What's your favorite show? I like to watch the National Geographic channel on TV. Very educational. It is very educational. I watch that channel myself. Did you see the other day? They had a thing on orangutans. Did you catch that? I missed that one. Yeah, check this out. They had a thing on orangutans. Did you know when the male orangutan meets the female orangutan, you know what he does? I don't have a clue. What does he do? He looks right at her real sexy like. How does he look at her real sexy like? I gotta admit, that's pretty sexy, Sal. Yeah, it's sexy, all right. And then get this. They go into a trance. The male and the female, they go into a trance. And then the male orangutan, he goes, And that's it. They're mated their life. The male orangutan does what? He goes. And that's it. They're mated their life. Well, that's very interesting, and thank you for sharing that with us. Now, getting back to your wife, her name's Myrtle, right? Myrtle? Yeah, how's Myrtle doing? Myrtle's okay. Well, that's good. And you've been married 63 years. Yeah. What do you think the secret to your happy marriage is? Did I say happy? No, you didn't say happy. But what is the secret to being married 63 years? Communication. Very good. And we like to go out to dinner a couple of times a week, too, you know, there. Very nice. A little candlelight, a little wine, a little dancing. Very nice and very romantic. Yeah, she goes on Tuesdays, I go on Saturdays. And it works like a charm? Oh, sure. Well, that's good. Now, tell me, to be married 63 years, communication is the key. That's correct. And tell everybody where you met your wife. I find this to be very fascinating, where the two of you met. We met at a travel agency. Can you imagine that? Him and Myrtle were in a travel agency. Correct. She was looking for a vacation. I was the last resort. No kidding. So tell me something, to live to be 92 years old, what's the secret to that? Not to worry. That's a good answer, too. Because if you worry, there's two things that are going to happen. You're either going to worry that you have enough money or you don't have enough money. Of course, if you have enough money, you got nothing to worry about. If you don't have enough money, you got two things to worry about. Either you're going to have enough to eat or you don't have enough to eat. Of course, if you have enough to eat, you got nothing to worry about. If you don't have enough to eat, you got two things to worry about. Either you're going to live or you're going to die. Of course, if you live, you got nothing to worry about. If you die, you got two things to worry about. Either you're going up to heaven or you're going down below. Of course, if you go up to heaven, you got nothing to worry about. If you go down below, trust me, you'll be so busy shaking hands with everyone you know down there, you won't have time to worry, so why worry? Very true. It's a very good answer. Give everybody a nice little smile again. There you go. There's a nice little smile. Now tell me, do you do all the cooking at home, or does your wife cook? Is she a good cook, Myrtle? I do all the cooking. She don't know how to cook. And I'm getting tired of it, too. And I told her a couple of weeks ago, I said, that's it, Myrtle. I ain't cooking for you anymore. Really? Yeah, I told her. What did she say? She said, that's okay, Sal, but you're not going to see me for 3 days. No kidding. Yeah, she was right. I didn't see her for 3 days. But on the 4th day, after the swelling went down, I could see her a little bit out of this eye. No kidding. Yeah, she got me. No kidding. Look, do you have any words of advice that you can give everybody? To live to be 92 years old, you must have some words of advice you can pass along. Yeah, let's see. Words of advice. If the shoe fits, get another one just like it. And let's see, life is like a sled dog team. And if you're not the lead dog, the smell and the scenery never change. And never criticize a man until you walk a mile in his shoes. And then when you do criticize him, you'll be a mile away and you'll have his shoes. Very true. All right, look, I got to put you away because we got some other things we're going to do now. What are you going to do? I'm going to put you away, so hold on. Let me get you right back here in your suitcase, right here. Security! Calm down. Hop in here. I feel like a sardine in here. The only thing I'm missing is olive oil. Of course, if I had olive oil in here, thought I would kick my ass. All right, will you stop? Hop in here. I'm melting, and too young. Oh, oh. Hop in here. Get me out of here, will you? Get me out of here. That was salmonella. Aunt Edna's a little feisty gal. She may remind you of an aunt that you have. She may remind you of somebody you've seen walking around town here. Somebody you've seen walking around a grocery store or whatever. She's a lot of fun. Her name is Aunt Edna. Give Edna a round of applause. Here we go. Come here, Edna. Huh? Come here. Where are we? We are in North Haven right now. We are filming at a studio, so you're actually going to be on TV. No kidding. How do I look? I just had my hair done. Well, you look very nice. How you feeling? I'm okay. Tell them a little bit about yourself. What do you think they want to know? Some simple little thing. That's me. That's Aunt Edna. Some simple little thing. No. I mean, maybe some peculiar characteristic that you might have. I bite my nails. A lot of females bite their nails. That's not so unusual. Toenails? That's kind of unusual. Yes, it is. What else is going on? Well, let's see. I'm always looking for a man. I know you are. You're always searching for a man. And if there's anybody out there that needs a nice gal, I'm available. About a month ago, I went out with a French guy. How do you know he was French? He kissed me on both cheeks. No kidding. Yeah. But I was tying my shoes at the time. No kidding. Yeah, really. I like going out with Italian guys. Italian guys are always talking with their hands. If you ever see an Italian guy with his hands in his pockets, he either has nothing to say or he's talking to himself. No. At any rate, you just got back from a flight. Didn't you just come back from a flight? I was in Alaska. No kidding. Yeah, I was there for 2 days and 6 nights. 2 days and 6 nights in Alaska. Correct. No kidding. Yeah. And why'd you go to Alaska? My daughter lives there, and my grandson Toby, so I visited them. And when I was there, my grandson Toby works at a Starbucks in Alaska. Does he really? Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, really? Yeah, no kidding. So you visited your daughter and Toby in Alaska. Right. And when I was in Starbucks to visit Toby, he would give me all the free coffee I wanted. I'd walk out of there, I'd be like this. Coffee buzz? Oh, yeah. No kidding. So, you know why they call those drinks lattes at Starbucks? Why do they call those drinks lattes at Starbucks? Because they cost a latte money, that's why. I believe that. I go to Starbucks all the time, and it does cost a lot of money, but I like their coffee. What can I say? Yeah. I am, like I said, I'm always looking for a man, and I'm really disappointed that George Clooney got married, it was a couple of years ago now. That was my guy. George Clooney? Was my guy. No kidding. He got married. The other day, a couple of weeks ago, I had a dream that George Clooney and I were on a deserted island, just the two of us. On a deserted island? With George Clooney. Just the two of you? Right. And get this, he wanted me. George Clooney wanted you to leave the island. No. No kidding. Yeah, and then I woke up. I was disappointed. It was terrible. At any rate, back in my head, look at this body. I got a body that won't quit. I got a body that's a $1 million figure. You think so? Yeah, but it's all in loose change. You're too much. Yeah. At any rate, back in in 1970. 1970, in your heyday? I was voted Miss Connecticut. You were voted Miss Connecticut in 1970? Yeah, Miss Connecticut River. Miss Connecticut River. Oh, boy. At any rate, I can appreciate those nice-looking gals on the red carpet with their nice gowns. When they're on that red carpet, they're so stunning. They got those nice gowns, the jewelry, the hair's just perfect, the makeup is on, they look awesome. And you know that when they were like 10 years old, I bet they knew, even then, when they were 10, that they were going to be hot. You think? They were going to be hot. They knew it when they looked in the mirror at 10 years old. They probably said to themselves, I'm going to be hot. You think so? Yeah. And you know, when I was 10 years old, I knew I was going to be hot. Why is that? I was living in Arizona. No, no kidding. Yeah, really. All right, at any rate, we're going to move along now. I'm going to put you away, and we're going to do some other things now. So do you have anything else you want to say? Well, I would like to say that I would like to say that I do the thing that I do then and now. It's called then and now. Then and now. What do you mean by then and now? 1987, 2017. 1987, 2017. Then and now. That's 30 years difference. 30 years difference, then and now. 1987, 2017. 1987, long hair. 2017, longing for hair. 1987, KEG. 2017, EKG. 1987, acid rock. 2017, acid reflux. 1987, Rolling Stones. 2017, kidney stones. 1987, going to a new hip joint. 2017, receiving a new hip joint. 1987, whatever. 2017, depends. All right. At any rate. Yeah, at any rate. Anyway, check this out. All you folks out there that don't have a doctor or health care, this is what you do. Go to the airport. Why would you go to the airport if you don't have a doctor or health care? Why would you do that? Because if you go to the airport, you'll get a free x-ray, a free breast exam, and if you mention Al-Qaeda, you'll get a free colonoscopy. All right. All right, I'm going to put you away, so why don't you say so long to everybody? Say it, I'll sing it. So long. That was gorgeous. And that was Aunt Edna. Thank you very much. See you later. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Hop in here. I'm going to put you in your own little suitcase. So here you go. You got your own little suitcase. All you guys out there, I got my own room. All right. Hop in. That was Aunt Edna. She's a lot of fun. All right. Right now we're going to bring out the magic drawing board. This is kind of neat. I think you folks out in TV land will like this. Here we go. Let's see what we can do here. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I try. I got a brother who lives in Florida, and he's an artist. He's very good. He paints and he sells paintings. He's a printer by trade, so he doesn't do it full time, but he's talented enough that he can paint and sell them. All right, do that. Do that. All right. There we go. All right. Put a nose on him here. There we go. Get my mouth here. And let's see. What else should we do? I I don't know if I should give him a beard or maybe a mustache or something. I'm not quite sure.
I hate mustaches and beards.
What did you say?
I said I hate mustaches and beards. How about some ears?
Oh, I forgot the ears. Let me give you some ears. There we go. There we go. Kind of a strange looking character, but here he is. What's your name?
Jose.
His name is Jose. How you doing, Jose?
I'm okay.
You having a good time?
See?
Do you have any brothers?
See?
What's your brother's name?
Sai.
You have a brother named Sai?
See?
Do you have any sisters?
See?
What's your sister's name?
Sue.
What does she do for a living?
Sews.
So you have a brother named Sai.
See?
You have a sister named Sue.
See?
And your sister named Sue sews.
See?
Very good. Now, can you help me with the Do-Re-Mi song? I know you can sing the Do-Re-Mi song, and you have a kind of a different version of the Do-Re-Mi song. Can you sing that for us?
Si, senor.
Okay, Jose, sing the Do-Re-Mi song.
Do is what I pay for, dear. Ray, the guy who serves me, dear. Me, the guy he serves, dear, too. Fa, the distance to the bar. So I think I'll have a beer. Lots and lots and lots of beer. Tea, no thanks, I'll have a beer. That will bring us back to beer.
Very good, Jose. I know you were out here just for a minute or two, but it's time for you to go.
Don't erase me, Larry.
It's time for you to go, Jose.
Don't erase me, Larry.
Jose, I got to bring Howie out, so it's time for you to go.
Don't erase me, Larry.
It's time for you to go.
Can I say a joke first?
All right, if you want to say a joke, go ahead and say a joke. Go ahead.
2 peanuts walk into a bar.
2 peanuts walk into a bar.
One was assaulted.
Okay. Can you sing that last note one last time? Can you sing the last note of the Do-Re-Mi song one last time?
That will bring us back to
That was Jose and the magic drawing board. I have been a ventriloquist for 53 years, starting back in 1964. And this particular guy that I'm going to bring out now has been with me since 1994. 23 years we've been a comedy team. He has been very kind to me through the years. I got him at a ventriloquist convention in Kentucky, Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, back in 1994. I paid $550 for him, which was a pretty good price. And for what he's given me back in these 23 years, priceless. At any rate, he helped me win the Best Male Stand-Up Comedian at the Connecticut Comedy Festival a few years back, and I couldn't have done it without him. His name is Howie.
Hey there, how are you? What's going on? Que pasa?
All right. How you doing, Howie?
I'm okay. What's going on?
Well, we are here in North Haven, and we are at a studio recording. You're going to actually be on TV.
No kidding.
Yep. You look very nice. I'm glad you dressed up. You got a nice tuxedo on, a very nice tuxedo.
Get your cotton-picking hands off my tuxedo, Larry dear.
Howie, listen to me.
Get your cotton-picking hands off my tuxedo, Larry dear.
Howie, we're in the middle of a show.
Get your cotton-picking hands off my tuxedo, Larry dear.
I'm sorry.
You were touching a dungy star.
No kidding.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. Can you slide over here for a minute? There you go. So you're a dummy star?
Correct.
No kidding. Yeah. You look very nice in your tuxedo.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's good. And what else is going on?
Well, let's see. Well, my family's doing okay.
Your family's good?
Yeah. My sister's in the London Symphony Orchestra.
No kidding.
Yeah.
What's her specialty?
The cello.
Your sister plays the cello?
My sister is the cello.
No kidding.
Yeah, she's good too.
I believe it. So anyway, you look very nice in your tuxedo.
I got a nice deal on this tuxedo. I got 3 tuxedos for $20.
Did you really?
Yeah.
No kidding. Yeah. How'd you get such a good deal on 3 tuxedos?
They all got a hole in the back of them, that's why.
No kidding. Yeah. Well, at any rate, let's see, what else do we want to do?
Are you dangling my leg?
Why?
Because I feel it.
You're a puppet.
I feel you dangling my leg. You know I hate that.
All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't dangle your leg anymore, all right?
Hey, I just heard that the Pillsbury Doughboy passed away.
The Pillsbury Doughboy passed away?
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What did he die from?
A yeast infection.
No kidding.
Yeah. And complications from too many pokes in the belly. Oh, we couldn't resist, could we? Every time we sung, everybody had a poke in the belly. Hi, Doughboy. Poke, poke, poke. Hi, Doughboy. Poke, poke, poke. There would be lines of people hanging all around, waiting to poke the Doughboy in the belly. And he took it like a champ. And we didn't know that inside he was dying.
You think so?
Sure. He took it like a champ. You'd poke him, and all he would do is he'd go, and he'd kind of laugh it off. But inside, it was killing him. Sure enough, he passed away.
How old was he?
47.
Really?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. And you'll see it on the internet. It'll be on the internet. And I guess at his funeral, everybody was there. Captain Crunch, Hostess Twinkies, Betty Crocker, Duncan Hines, all those guys were there. And I guess it was Aunt Jemima who gave his eulogy, describing the Doughboy as a man who never knew how much he was needed. His funeral was held at 3:50 for about 20 minutes. And let's see, he leaves his wife, Clay Doe, his son John Doe, his daughter Jane Doe, and they had one in the oven.
Well, that's terrible.
Yes, it is. But at any rate, hopefully they'll freeze him. They're going to freeze his remains. They're going to put the oven on, later on, and hopefully they'll pop him in the oven and he'll come back fresh as new. And he was the kind of guy that would give you the dough right off his back if you needed any money. He'd give you the dough right off his back if you needed money.
Well, that was very nice of him.
Yes, it was. And it's very sad. I'm hoping he comes back.
Hopefully he will. I'm sure he will.
Hey, what is it that you do again, Larry?
I'm a ventriloquist.
He's a vanilla twist.
No, I'm a ventriloquist.
That's what I said. He's a vanilla twist. I hear, Larry, that there's some letters and stuff you guys have trouble saying. Am I right?
This is true. There are some tricky letters for a ventriloquist.
What's the tricky letters?
The B and P are very tricky. They're very tough.
Why is that?
Because when you say the letters B and P,
Yeah.
your lips have to touch.
Yeah, so?
So a ventriloquist who's trying to keep his lips absolutely still, we have trouble saying the letters B and P. Therefore, we try to avoid those letters in words that have those letters in them when our puppets speak.
So now let me get this straight. What you're trying to tell everybody out there is that I will never say anything that has a D or a P in it, am I right?
That's right, because my lips will move.
What's the toughest word to say, Larry?
Probably the word baseball. It's very tough. It has the double Bs.
I got a baseball in my suitcase.
No kidding.
Yeah, really, yeah, really, yeah. Where'd you get it? At the Boston Red Sox game last year.
No kidding.
Yeah, really, yeah. They were playing the Blue Jays. Well, that's nice. What's the other tough letter to say? The letter P is very tough. How about this? How about this? Teeter ticker tick the tack a tickle tuckers. How many tuckers did teeter ticker tick? I don't know. How many tuckers teeter ticker tick? I don't care how many tuckers teeter ticker tick, 'cause I hate tuckers, Tito. And no tuckers on my tuckeroni pizza either. Yeah.
Very good. You know what? I have been practicing how to hypnotize people, and I thought it'd be nice if we tried hypnotizing you to see what happens. So that's what we're going to do right now.
Hey, that's a nice watch, Larry.
It's a very nice watch. It's been in the family for years.
It says King Art.
No, I want you to follow the watch. Follow the watch.
I'm going to watch the watch. Everybody out in TV land is going to watch me watch the watch. We're all going to watch the watch. Here we go. Follow the watch.
Follow the watch. Follow the watch. What are you doing?
Oh man, I'm all messed up.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yeah, he's out. He's in another dimension. He's like in the Twilight Zone. He can hear me, but he's not really quite sure what's happening. I'm going to put him in some situations. We're going to see what happens. Howie, I'm going to count to 3, snap my fingers. You will become a chicken. 1, 2, 3. All right, Howie, I'm going to put you on a roller coaster. There's a lot of fairs going on right now, and everybody's going on roller coasters, so I'm going to put you like you're going on a roller coaster right now. You are climbing the top of the roller coaster. You're climbing. It's going all the way to the top, and you're at the top right now, and you're going down the big drop right now. All right, Howie, I'm going to ask you some questions. They're silly questions. They make absolutely no sense, but you're going to give me the answers to them anyway. They're silly questions. They make no sense. You'll give me the answers anyway.
Okay.
All right, are you ready? If fast is slow and slow is fast, what time is it when the wind blows east?
Noontime.
Correct. If a circle is happy and a square is sad, what's a rectangle?
Confused.
Correct. If you cross a mad cow with a laughing horse, what do you get?
A sarcastic moose.
Correct. If you have $20 in your left pocket and $30 in your right pocket, what do you have?
Somebody else's pants.
Correct. People that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. They should throw what?
Parties.
Correct. Mary had a little lamb. What was its name?
Langar.
Correct. Let's see. Why did Humpty Dumpty have a great fall? Why did Humpty Dumpty have a great fall?
To make up for a lousy singer, of course.
Correct. All right, look, I'm going to put you in a situation where you are at a horse track. You are the horse track race announcer. You are announcing the race at a horse track. You're the racehorse track announcer. Here we go.
Ding, and they're off out of the gate. It's local bar and guys' night out. Here comes one too many deers in liquid courage. Liquid courage makes a move on beautiful girl. The beautiful girl pulls away. Oh no, here comes Slattery. The Slattery's going absolutely nowhere. I don't believe it. Here comes Cheesy Pickup Line. Cheesy Pickup Line is immediately followed by You're a creep, get a life than in your dreams. Coming down the stretch, it's Bruised Ego. Laughing friends and the favorite, she wasn't my type anyway.
All right, Howie, let's give him the Daily Double. This is the Daily Double. Ding,
and they're off. Out of the gate, it's dinner date. Dinner date starts strong, but here comes no reservations and hours of waiting. Now idle chit-chat is making a move, but idle chit-chat is no match for awkward silence. It's idle chit-chat, it's awkward silence. I don't believe it. Here comes tangled by the kitchen and snooty waiter, followed by undercooked chicken. Oh no, here comes declined credit card. Utter humiliation. First base is nowhere in sight. And finally, it's peck on the cheek and let's just be friends.
All right, there was a couple of horse races there for you. I'm going to wrap it up, taking him out of the trance. He will become Howie again when I snap my fingers and count to 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh man, that was weird. I don't believe it. I felt like I was in another dimension. I was like in the Twilight Zone. I remember I was acting like a chicken. I remember I was on this roller coaster. I remember I was answering these silly, stupid questions that made no sense at all. And I remember I was a horse track announcer announcing a couple of horse races. And you were there, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there, and all you folks in TV land were all there, and we all had a real good time, didn't we? On behalf of myself, Howie, on behalf of Larry, the vanilla twist, on behalf of Jose, the magic drawing board, on behalf of Aunt Edna, on behalf of Sal Manella, oh, Sal Manella, that's another one. Sal's so old. He was a waiter at the Last Supper. Sal's so old, his social security number is 2. Sal's so old, it takes him an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes.
Be nice to Sal. Say goodnight to everybody.
Good night. Had a good time. Hope you folks enjoyed the show. Thanks for being here. Que casa. Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of Raising a Ruckus. I'm here with Larry NOIVA and this young man. Your name is?
Howie.
Howie.
Don't you ever forget it either.
You know, I've known Larry for quite a while now, and you know, I got to say, he's got a lot of nerve to call you the dummy.
You got that right.
How did you meet Larry?
We're not officially called dungies either. The politically correct name is Mannequin Americans.
Mannequin American.
Politically correct.
I stand corrected. I am one of the least politically correct persons.
So how you doing there, Johnny?
I'm doing well.
Can I call you Johnny?
Nobody does, but yeah, I guess you can.
All right.
So how did you and Larry get acquainted?
Well, you know, here's the story. I'm falling off this lap here. He's got a lousy lap. All right, we'll forget about that. At any rate, he was in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. It was a ventriloquist convention, and there are people there that sell puppets and mannequin Americans and all that stuff. And you can order a mannequin American, you can order a puppet, whatever you want. But anyway, people sell the guys like me used. So I was being sold by a lousy vanilla twist, and he was selling me. I didn't like the guy anyway, so it was like a divorce, you know. So anyway, Larry's walking around, and he happens to see me, and he's thinking in his head, wow, I think I can do something with that guy. I think I can make some money with him. We can do shows and everything. So he wanted to purchase me, and he didn't have enough money. It was $550. That was my price. I wouldn't go any lower. So at any rate, he only had a partial payment. He had to go get some more money at the ATM. So he gave it down the deposit, and he left to go get some more money. And when he came back and finished paying for me, the guy said, man, it's a good thing you left the deposit, because there was this nice-looking blonde that came walking by here, and she wanted to buy Howie. And I said, I'm sorry, I already have the deposit on him, and that's the story. And I was so ticked off because I wanted the blonde.
I think me too. Larry, you mentioned you've been doing this since 1964,
Yes, 64.
and is Howie one of your favorite characters, or?
Well, ang the main guy. If it wasn't for me, he would be nothing. He's still nothing anyway.
Well, that's not very nice, Howie. Howie, have you ever been married?
No, I'm a single guy. I'm always looking for that right mannequin American gal.
Did you ever sneak into Aunt Edna's box?
She's not my type. Yuck.
You know, sometimes I wake up, I think I'm a ventriloquist.
What do you mean?
Well, I wake up with some wood, too.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, the other day I had a wet dream. Woke up, there was sawdust all over me. I hated it.
Oh,
Can we use that?
maybe on the After Dark.
Gonna have to cut that?
No.
Okay.
No, we won't have to cut that.
All right.
So, Larry, how do I find you? Facebook, anything like that?
Well, you know, I'm kind of the old-fashioned guy. I don't have the Facebook or the Twitter or anything like that. I have an email and I have a website. My website, can I push the website?
Absolutely.
The website is, well, my last name is NOIVA, which is a Portuguese last name. N as in Nancy, O, I, V as in Victor, A. So the website is NOIVAventriloquist.com. And you'll get to see all the characters on there. You'll get to see some of the accomplishments I've had in my, my 54 years or 53 years, whatever it is. And it's a nice website. Check it out. And my email, anybody that wants to email me, is MrBreezeman@yahoo.com. MrBreezeman @yahoo.com. MrBreezeman@yahoo.com.
And later on, we'll get those up on the screen for.
Awesome,
for
awesome, awesome.
So, is this your first time on TV, Howie?
No, I've actually been on TV a couple of times, but it's always nice to have the bright lights on because, you know, we don't do Vegas too often, that's for sure.
Now, Larry, you mentioned Ed Sullivan's show got you interested in ventriloquism. Who was it on the show? Was it Edgar Bergen, maybe?
Edgar Bergen was there. Well, there was a ventriloquist named Jimmy Nelson who had Danny O'Day and Farfel the dog. Some of the old-timers will know who I'm talking about. They used to do Nestle's Quick commercials way back in the day. And the Nestle's the Nestle's Quick commercials with Danny O'Day and Farfel would go, tell them how it would go. Nestles, Nestle's makes the very best. And Farfel the dog would go, chocolate, and snap his lips. But and at any rate, Jimmy Nelson, the ventriloquist who had those two characters, had a couple of albums that came out.
A ventriloquist on a record.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there were two albums that Jimmy Nelson, the ventriloquist, had made called Beginning Ventriloquism, and the second album was Advanced Ventriloquism. So I bought both of those albums, and I listened to the techniques he had on there, and just kept listening and listening and listening, and the grooves on the record were kind of getting messed up. But I listened so many times and learned the techniques, and here we are talking to you.
Yes, we are.
And then, like in the 70s, I remember Willie and Lester, maybe?
Willie and Lester, not too many African-American ventriloquists, but Willie Tyler was the ventriloquist, and Lester, of course, was his partner. And they did all of, you know, Vegas and cruise ships and stuff like that.
Right. And then there was a character on Soap that had a ventriloquist.
Jay Johnson, very, very good ventriloquist. I actually used one of his jokes tonight. I hope he ain't going to crucify me on that. But at any rate, yeah, Jay Johnson was on Soap. Probably one of the best ventriloquists out there.
Yeah.
Of course, there's others, you know, Jeff Dunham and Ron Lucas and Terry Fader, you know, some of the top guys. But Jay Johnson was on that Soap TV show.
Yeah.
And Bob, his character, was kind of a mean guy, but
Well, I think Bob got to say all the things that Jay couldn't.
yeah, that's usually how it goes with us guys, you know. As a matter of fact, if I was, you know, trying to impress a girl or something, I'm the shy type, but
Howie can say anything he wants, and I end up with a girl most times.
Now, when you travel, does Howie get his own seat on the airplane?
No, I go, actually he takes the head off of my body and he puts the body in the suitcase and he keeps the head as a carry-on because I got all these mechanical parts in my head. My brain's in there. We don't want to mess up my brain. So, yeah, he actually carries my head on as a carry-on just because very delicate instruments in my head, you know.
And you wouldn't want the airline to lose your head.
Exactly.
So, how many characters have you worked with throughout your ventriloquism career?
Oh boy, I've had quite a few in my day, but some of them weren't the real professional type. They were like amateur, first starting out ventriloquist puppets.
Do you make your own, or?
No, I'm not that talented.
No, he's not. There are some guys out there that are very talented. What's your name? John? John, what's your last name?
Zimmerman.
John Zimmerman. John Zimmerman, there are guys in this industry that make mannequin Americans that all I would have to do would give them a picture of you, and if I wanted a John Zimmerman ventriloquist puppet made out of wood, they would hand carve it. They'd have all the mechanical parts that you needed or wanted, moving eyes, eyebrows,
Oh, there we go.
eyes that go sideways, anything you wanted, and it would be an exact replica of John Zimmerman. Of course, it would cost you a ton of money, but these guys are real good. They're terrific. They know what they're doing, and they can make an exact copy of you.
Well, I don't think I would need that because, you know, my ex-wife used to put words in my mouth anyway, so.
Got you there.
Whoa.
And one John Zimmerman is enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm too much. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Howie, before we wrap it all up?
Well, I had an excellent time here, as all the other guys did. You know, Sal and Aunt Edna and Jose, the Magic Drawing Lord. And we have another character we didn't bring out, the Camel guy, Joe Cool, the Camel guy. But maybe another time.
Well, tomorrow's hump day, so that would have been a better day.
Yes, it is. All right, anyway, we had a good time. Hope you did too. Check the website out. Anybody that wants to email Larry, give him an email. Tell him if you enjoyed the show or whatever. And we had a good time. Hope you folks enjoyed the show. Thank you very much.
I thank you for being here.
Gotcha.